Unfortunately, it looks like Simcha Dov is getting another infection. We've had a fairly anxious-filled 2 days trying to figure out what's going on, testing, analyzing, talking, figuring it out. But Baruch Hashem, due to the fact that we have a lot more knowledge, more experience, we have a house that's set up appropriately, we have our caretaker that comes to the house, and most importantly, we have a doctor, literally a Malach Hashem, that is willing to spend a tremendous amount of time with us and is constantly available. We have been monitoring Simcha Dov constantly. We've been taking his vitals and all of his signs. Every 3 hours we post it on the WhatsApp chat, and the doctor is monitoring it from home. It's almost as if we're in a hospital, and even better because we don't have any of the negativities that exist in the hospital. It reminds me very much of 2 years ago. We were in a drastically different place. We were stuck in Shari Tzedek. Dovi was getting sick again and again and again from infections that he continuously was catching in the hospital. The doctors were very unhelpful, not due to their incompetencies, but the limitations of their system and what they had available in the hospital. I would like to share with you a video I created 2 years ago and posted. I believe the message that was included in that video and the concepts in Tefillah that are found there, while they were extremely important then, are equally important now, perhaps even more so, when we find that we have doctors who are reliable and so amazingly helpful. Please listen to this video, and I believe the message is so important for us all to remember. It is the 4th week that we are in Shari Tzedek, and we continue to hope that Simcha Dov will get better enough to be able to leave the hospital. I leave now, just finishing a meeting with the doctor who shared with us that Simcha Dov has now contracted a second case of pneumonia, presumably caught because he's in the hospital. He had just finished fighting off the first case, the initial case of pneumonia, but they had some concerning test results that caused him to stay in a couple of days more, and it appears he has now a second case of pneumonia, so it is likely that we will have to be in the hospital for another 2 weeks as he has another round of antibiotics. There's a lot of room for frustration, anger, blame. But this morning, during davening, Hashem gifted me with an insight that I would like to share with you that resolves that and helps that go away. And by sharing that with you, I hope it will be a schos for refuah shlema for Simcha Dov ben Chaya Freda, and we look forward to seeing him home once more. In the first Hallelujah that we say every morning, the theme is to trust Hashem and not to trust man, as man is limited and faulty, but Hashem is really the one who does everything. There's a line here which says, Al tivtuchu b'nedivim, do not trust even people who are generous. V'ven adam she'eina teshua, with man who really does not have any salvation to offer. Teitzei ruchoi, when he dies, when his spirit leaves him, Yoshu la'almoso, and he will return to the ground. But Yoimahu, on that day, Avdu Eshtonosav. On that day, all of his thoughts and hopes will be lost. What does it mean by Yoimahu, on that day, Avdu Eshtonosav, his thoughts and hopes will be lost? The first pshat, his thoughts means the man who's died. He might be a generous person, he might be an adivim, he might be a great person who really had only the best intentions in mind, but once he has died, his intentions and all that he can do for you has also returned to the ground with him. And therefore, don't put your trust in him. Rather, your person should put his trust in Hashem. Sivroi el Hashem elikov. The third pshat I will share with you in Simcha Dov's room, which currently is empty, but we look forward to the time that he will be able to be home and once again be able to be taken care of by us and not in the hospital, is that when we say that Avdu Eshtonosav, is not referring to a person, but rather it's referring to Hashem. Meaning, Hashem is the one who put us in this situation. Hashem is the one who gave us this challenge, or this success, or whatever it is we are experiencing. And Hashem gave us that experience for a reason. And we have to recognize that He's in charge, and He's the one who's making it happen. Not the doctors, not the Nadivim, not the kind people, or perhaps the faulty people. They're not the ones who are making the decisions or making the outcomes. It's Hashem. So therefore, if a person is beiteach b'nadivim and forgets Hashem, so then avdu hashnoisov, we are defeating the reason why Hashem did what He did. So the pasuk is telling us, al tivtchu b'nadivim. That's not who to look for or to think about is going to solve the problems, because the Nisayan was there so that we go closer to Hashem. So in summary, we recognize it is that Hashem has placed us in this situation, and Hashem is giving us this Nisayan. The doctors are His shluchim, and we hope that they will be the shluchim for refuah, but it is not something that is happening because man made a mistake, a doctor made a mistake, we made a mistake. Hashem is the one who put us here, and Hashem is the one who is going to help us leave. And Hashem is the Zoykif Kufifim that hopefully will allow a full refuah shalema, and we will see Simcha Dov back on his feet, straight and walking around and being able to rejoice with all of us.